Hi there. How's today kicking off? Anything new, exciting, fun, flirty, fabulous, fitness? I get caught up in certain letters. I'm Jacqueline Nichols, and I'm here for day 36 of our 90-day journey to improve communication, confidence, and charisma. So today's topic is dating trends. A little while ago, I was chatting with a new person, and they said, "Hey, what are the new trends in dating?" And I thought, what an awesome question, because it is always changing. And ironically, on my 90 days of massive walking that I just recently completed, I had all of these awarenesses and thoughts come through my mind about how much things have changed since I began 10 years ago. So I'm making a whole bunch of behind the scene things happen for our group, and I'm slowly dripping some of that information to everybody. But what I'm doing is creating a space that really helps during these trends of dating. So I want to talk about some of the things that I notice the loudest, and this is why I'm focusing so much on communication and confidence and charisma, because these are three things that are getting messed up big time in the online dating world. And it's bleeding into the organic dating world too. So I want to cover some of these specifics that I am seeing very strong right in my group. Now, I get the ultimate petri dish of where the single mind is at because I work so closely with men and women of all ages. Our members are mid-20s to mid-80s, and we have a pretty close balance between males and females. So I get long-winded emails, I get so much insecurity, even though they don't realize it's coming that way. And I always find it really fascinating. The people who have not signed up for a program, who have not really engaged in what I'm doing, are the ones that are the most skeptical on trying something. They're the most judgmental of what I'm doing. They're the most assuming of what I'm doing. Yet those that actually sign up and participate and purchase are the most appreciative, the most gracious, most aware. So there's like this amazing veil that becomes revealed when somebody becomes a member and they realize I'm working hard behind the scenes. So with online dating, anyone and everyone can upload a picture, add comments. They can be anyone they want to be. It's like a little fantasy land. At 3 a.m., you're feeling bored and lonely. Why not upload a few pictures? Who says it has to be within the last 10 years or 50 pounds ago? I see it happen all the time, and people tell a story of what they want you to perceive of them. Well, then you come over to my lovely side of town, and I actually meet you. I talk to you on the phone. I get to know you. I interact with you. I have engaging interactions that let me know more about you. So my members can't get away with being dishonest. And if they don't follow up and communicate, I take them off the list. So I'm a real person on my side, where everything else is so technology based, swiping and waiting for other people's reactions. The challenge is that regardless of how awesome my program is or a dating app that really works for you, it's about being vulnerable to meeting someone. I hear so many stories of people saying, well, the last few people let me down or weren't what they said they were, so I'm not really sure I want to go again. And I get that, like, hello, who wants to keep going out when you keep getting beat down? But you do need to change your circle, change the environment you're in. I just sent an email out to a bunch of our members reminding them that you have to be proactive about what you want. Find a circle of influence that fits what you want. Obviously, I built a community of people that I'm proud to be with, people that I like. If you're kind of annoying or you're always complaining, I take you off my list, because if you bug me, you're going to bug my people. If you're kind and gracious and appreciative, oh my goodness, I will be giving you lots of goodies and surprises. I just match you. And that's where the trend is really about. It's the same thing with dating. If you are open to going on dates and you don't sit there and analyze the pictures so much and every word that they write, but you just kind of go on a feeling, go for it. People are meeting all the time, everywhere. Create a safe space, communicate, and let people know, but at least you give it a chance. What's happening so much is people are putting their profiles up, my site or others, and then they're not replying, they're not engaging, and they're forgetting that the person who wrote that email, sent that little whatever these apps do message, thought about it. Like, you stood out in the midst of all the people out there. You stood out. You were the one that made an impression. So take the compliment, but not with ego. What I'm hearing so often is this feeling, like I've had people say to me, well, other sites have so much activity. I'm like, yeah, but there's a reason you signed up with me after being on those sites, because that's false information. It gets to be so uncomfortable because you can get hit on so much because people can just disappear. The other night I was out with a bunch of friends and they were on a different kind of an app. It was more hookup site, and it was so much about every time anyone talked on the app, they were like, well, where are you? I want to meet you right now. And it was such an instant gratification. And even though they were chatting with a whole bunch of guys, because it was a hookup site, in the end, they actually never met any of the people. It was this fantasy, this curiosity. And that's what's happening. We kind of have this dial-a-date mentality that has gotten on Quaalude that's like way out there. It is so much bigger. Instead of saying, hey, I want to make a connection. I want to talk to you as a real person. Because, profiles are just placeholders. It's like a billboard when you're going down the freeway and you just hope that, when you put that billboard ad up, people are going to notice it and want to follow up and connect with you. Profiles are very similar. They're just flying by. There's so many options, so many distractions. And this is where the challenge is when people do meet someone, they're so quick to go right back onto the app and start searching before they even let the gloom and bloom or positivity or negativity make sense in the dating. What's happening is that they're wanting so much instant gratification that they immediately start looking again before they've even processed the date, thought about that person, started a courtship with that person. And last night I was chatting with this gal at the restaurant that I go to, and she commented, are the dating apps causing difficulty in people building relationships? And I was like, absolutely. There's way too much distraction. But what I hear from people on dating apps is that after they muddy through all the distractions, they still didn't find anything that they're looking for. So my challenge to you is to just focus more on the quality of people you want to meet and find groups that encourage that. Groups that are like-minded to you, but also be willing to date. If you say, I want to date, put yourself in positions where you can actually meet these people. It's so easy to just feed that ego, but in the end, nobody's cuddling with you on Friday night and asking you how your week went. So the trends are just too much instant, too much distraction. What we really want is for you to focus in on what do you authentically want, and then follow it up with action, communication, follow up. Allow people to fall in love with you and let yourself fall in love too. And stop being distracted by all these pop-ups and swipes and something better. The whole reason the grass is greener on the other side is because that person took better care of their lawn. So what are you going to do to step it up, make choices? Good and bad matches happen, but you'll never know unless you see them through. So the trend now, and my focus is to find quality people, meet them everywhere, talk to them, but then be a quality person and actually follow up. Don't just be waiting for the next app to validate that you're hot because you put a great picture up. Be genuine and awesome in the real world. I am Jacqueline, and I am here to support you to build that confidence and keep up that communication, because when you enter the room with charisma, nobody needs a dating app. They just need a great smile and a willingness to continue what starts when the sparks get flying. I'll talk to you tomorrow, and I want you to like, comment, share, and we'll have a conversation again another day.